This PVC board is going to be the platform for our electronic ball valves, which will let us drain our gray tanks at the flip of a switch. Okay, you can see here I have that PVC board. I used this PVC board when I made the roof racks for the van to mount the deck and the solar panels. That information is in a different video. Please take a look for that. You'll also see I have two ball valves here. They're a little bit different. I purchased them at different times, and the difference is this one has an extra feature. It has a manual open and close. You can pull this little knob out and it engages the gears, and you can rotate it manually, and that'll rotate the valve inside, allowing it to open. It also has a little sight window here with a line on it showing you the position of the valve. Now, I really don't think this is necessary. Actually, it may be a detriment if you're in the winter months and snow and things get around this. I don't know if that would cause a problem or not. It's not supposed to, but who knows. All right. This one here is the same type of ball valve. It just doesn't have those controls. Now, when you're looking for a ball valve, make sure you get a 2-wire ball valve with auto return. That's the key. If you end up with one with a 3-wire, that's not going to work. You would have to have 2 switches to operate it, one to open and one to close. The way these work is that when power is applied, the ball valve opens. When power is removed, it automatically closes. So that's an important feature. Funny thing is that this one here with the extra controls right now is actually a little bit cheaper than this one. So the links are in the description if you're interested in these ball valves. These work extraordinarily well. So we're going to take this PVC, and I'm basically just making a cradle to rest these in, and I'm going to put these PVC blocks on each side of the ball valve, and I'm going to glue and screw those together, and the same will happen over here. And then I am probably going to use cable ties to tie these on to keep them stable from any vibration. I don't want to bolt them down and make it really difficult to get to in the future. If I need to replace one of these, I want to be able to remove this easily. So I'm also going to make the wires long enough that I could actually take this and move it down and place it on the ground and work on it and put it back up. And the extra cables will be just zip tied up under the van. And that's what you're about to see in the next few moments. So, not sure on your view of this, but this is where one of the ball valves will end up being, and we'll put a small piece of hex out here for it to drain, and then another one, the other one will go, let's see, I got to take the fixtures off of here. This one was in the garage when I built a prototype shower. You guys remember that, when I was taking showers in my garage? Yeah, that's been a pretty popular video. Kind of funny. And then this one will go right here. Yeah, those will be fine though. I need one more. I originally thought I was going to put these ball valves like right next to each other in the center, but I like this better, especially this one here. Be nice to have it be able to easily see what's going on. So this one's a gray water tank for the sink, and this one is the drain for the recirculating shower. So, all right, I gotta go get the fixtures off of this. Alright, I got my fittings from the prototype. I got those cut off of there, and that's using this little tool here. I have a video on putting these stainless steel PEX connectors on and using this tool. One of the things about the tool is you have this little button here that you push and you rotate this, and if you rotate it all the way around, then this will cut straight through the crimp connectors. The important thing is, you got to remember, after you're done cutting them off and you want to put some on, to make sure you turn that so that it doesn't cut it off right away. There have been several times during this van build where I've put the crimp connector on and just cut it right off, which is kind of a pain. All right. Just another one of my crazy mistakes. Alright, like you said, we're going to shorten this up. So we're not putting it there, we're going to put it over here. And I've got to get my little fittings in there. And these stainless steel fittings, I've bought them from a couple different companies, and one of them is definitely better than the others. For example, this one here, it has a wider set, it's a greater distance here than this one, and this one is actually better and easier to use, and it seems to actually crimp tighter, even though it logically you would think it doesn't crimp as tight. So I'm going through and finding those. They're also easier to use. Another thing is, you want to make sure that you put these fittings in and you put them at an angle that it's easy for you to cut them off later in case you have to back up. So that's why it's always good to actually do this where you're going to use the plumbing that you're doing, and don't make it on your workbench and then make a module on your workbench and then come in here and install it, because then later if you want to take just a piece of it apart, all of those fittings, you might have the cutoffs up on the top, which can become a problem. Another one of these, and then you have to disassemble the whole thing, pull it out, disassemble the whole module and pull it out, just so you can cut one little fitting off. And that's just silly. In all of these fittings that I've done so far, I have not had a single fitting leak. The only fitting I had leak was the one where I didn't crimp the connector and I thought I had crimped it. And there I had a leak. All the others have been perfect. Alright, I decided that this piece right here actually needs to be about 2 inches longer. So I've gone through and I've cut the ring off, the stainless steel ring off. But now I need to get the PEX off of this brass fitting. So to do that, if you have a pair of these PEX cutters, they're perfect. The way the angle is on this blade, you can go up there and cut right through that PEX up against the brass. Just give it a couple cuts, and after you've done that, you can just, oh wow, that worked really well. That worked better than I thought it was going to. It'll just pop right off. So that's a lot safer and a lot easier than to get a utility knife in here and slip and possibly cut yourself. So these are excellent. I didn't realize, I've never seen that before. I just kind of discovered it. I don't know if that's what they're designed to do, but when I was working on the shower installation, I didn't want to get up and get a pocket knife, so I picked these up and discovered that they fit perfectly right there and made life a lot easier. That was just because I was lazy and didn't want to go get what I thought was the right tool, and discovered I had the right tool right next to me. So I'm gonna make this piece a little bit longer because I want that valve closer. So actually that's not long enough. So I gotta go get some more PEX pipe. Ooh, no, I don't. There we go. That'll work right there. And I gotta remember to turn this little dial on here, otherwise I'm gonna just cut this right off. If I ever need to do some work on this, all I'd have to do is take 2 bolts out, and this would drop away, and there they are. So that's what I'm looking for, is ease of maintenance that I hope I never have to do in the future. So far so good.